guys, and welcome to the latest clip from Pilates Leeds, and I'm doing some, I want to talk to you about strength training, upper body strength training, partly because it's a great thing in its own right to strengthen up the muscles of the arms and shoulders, but also because it's really great stability work, because as a function of the exercises, you've got to stabilise your trunk against the load of the weight and the exercise, so you get that functional abdominal postural work as well. So let's crack on. I'm using quite light weights because they're pink and I thought they'd be a good contrast. So the first one, and it's a great introduction to weight training, is your bicep curl. So it's for the front of the arm, and basically one arm, one weight, and you're up and down. Now it's isolated in the elbow, okay, so you're just bending the elbow and you're not at all, tempting though it may be, kind of elevating. So many of these exercises we end up trying to use the neck muscles, so just the elbow. And this is the other really critical thing about weight training, is the tendency we have to kind of lose the stability in the body and kind of move the body. Now what's happening there is we're kind of hinging back and using the back muscles to assist with the exercise. So you lose your stability and you lose the functional ab work. So what you really want is the back, so you want your neutral pelvis, neutral spine, rib pelvis connection, there's the abs keeping you secure at the front, and then an isolated work in the elbow. So slow and steady. And here's the other really critical thing about strength training. It's an exercise of two halves. It's up and down. So easy to kind of focus on the up and then forget the down, but give your kind of attention to both sides of the exercise, both halves, and go for a set, at least one set of say 15 reps, or if you've got time to devote to it, 2 sets of 10 to 12 reps. So the bicep curl is your sort of introduction. The next one I want to look at is for the front of the shoulder. So a side raise, a front raise. Let me get my other weight. Okay, so same principle, standing tall, rib pelvis connection, single arms or double arms together obviously, and you feel that challenge through the abs as well as in the front of the shoulder. Companion piece, side arm raise. Okay, no shoulder blade elevation. The cue I give is imagine that your armpits are feeding the arm up. Sounds a little crazy, but it's to sort of resist the temptation to use those poor overworked neck muscles. Okay, so to work the back of the shoulder, oh, I'm going to have to do that differently. So I'll leave that one and I'm going to give you. Right, so that can all be cut out. So a bit more technically demanding, upright row into overhead press. I love this one because you get a combination of muscles working, and this length above gives that extra challenge to your ab, because again it's tempting to lean back, really tempting, but you've got that rib pelvis connection as well as work in the shoulders and the arms. I love this one, love this exercise. Watch your wrists, no flicky wrists. It's ideally, if you do it in front of a mirror, you can check what your wrists are doing. Okay, now I shall need a prop for the next couple of things because it's the back of the shoulders. So we've worked front of the arm, and then when you did that overhead press, the back of the arm, you've got front of the shoulder, front raise, side of the shoulder, side arm raise, but what about the back of the shoulder? So you need a prop, so a table, a desk, bench, something like this. So it's just so that you can lean, and I generally have a bent leg and a straight leg, and then you're reaching back. And that's going to work a little bit the front of the arm, but you're working into the back of the shoulder. And be aware that you stay square on. It's tempting again to kind of lose that stability, but the collarbones stay wide and the arm dries back. The back of the body is surprisingly strong, so you often need a much heavier weight for this. Now, talking of the back of the body, the last one I want to do is talk to you about the in between the shoulder blades, the rhomboids. So you need to, well, it's a bit more technically demanding. You're going to squat down and then, oh, let me move forward a little bit, squat down and then you're taking the arms up. So it's much harder. So you can even practice without load. So the arms go out, the shoulder blades will draw together, and that muscle there is working. And you've got the technical demands of sustaining your squat. What I often say to people for that reverse fly, it's called, is to maybe squat and do 3 or 4 reps, stand up, squat back, and go back to the position that you're in with the arms. So I just finally wanted to redo some of these exercises using the Dynaband, because that's, I know that's what I use in class and some other people, because they're much more portable, and it may be what you've got at home. So they store away easily, don't they, and they're cheaper to buy. So again, the same applies with this notion of the stability. So this is the great added bonus of your strength training, stability. So neutral spine, neutral pelvis, put the band on your foot. The trouble with the band is you've got to kind of work out the length of it. The shorter the band, the harder the exercise. So there is me with my band, and I've kind of guessed at the length of it, and there is the bicep curl. Here's the front raise, using my armpit to send my arm up, and here is the side arm raise. Don't know if you'll still be able to see my arm there. So the upright row doesn't have, this one there doesn't have, it's not so easy with the Dynaband. However, you can isolate the back of the arm, and it's a sort of Dynaband press up really. So you put, I'm going to show you this way, I think, so you can see the time. And it's a conscious thing for me to keep my hips open and my neutral pelvis. I'm thinking about my pelvis to rib connection. I've got the arms behind me, and then there is the back of the arm. So you're working the triceps at the back of the arm as opposed to the biceps. So again, 1 set of 15 reps, or 2 sets of 10 to 12, see how you go. Hi there, I do hope you found this clip useful. We've got plenty more on the site, and for now I've suggested another one for you to watch. If you want to know more about what we do in Leeds, then do visit the website at pilates-leeds.com, and right now you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we can do this all again next month. Cheerio!